guys coming out of finals with a busy week. Thought we played, pretty focused. Game, one of those games where you can lose your discipline a little bit and have some bad habits at times because the game feels soft. A little bit of a pickup game feel to it because teams are just getting going up and down. We had a little stretch in the first half where I thought it was that way, but came out in the second half. Thought our starters did a really good job of establishing the tone in the second half. Kind of pulled away and got to enjoy the last 10 minutes.
Question? Coach, you get what you wanted out of Jordan Roper in his first start?
Yeah, I mean, he made shots, which was good to see. He's, he's got to continue to get better defensively, but plays with confidence. I think our guys, feel like he's a guy that can make some shots for us, so that's good. Again, it was a looser game, so there were more shots to be had, but give him credit, he made the ones that he was, where he was open, he knocked them down. So, for our team right now, that's something we desperately need.
You said a couple of weeks ago that he needed to improve defensively if you were going to play these kind of minutes. Apparently he's done that?
He's done better. He's done better. Some of us just having a feel for what we're doing. Certainly coming in. He didn't play much, if any, man-to-man defense in high school. They just pressed a lot, played some zone. So he's had a lot to learn. Having said that, I think he really tries to work at it. He's approaches things the right way, and so he's made good strides in a month. I think that's helped him get more minutes, and certainly, I think our guys have confidence in him, so it's good.
You guys said you weren't too happy with them at halftime. What was your message, and how do you feel they executed?
I wasn't in there, going crazy or anything at all. I was just more, talking to them in a way that they know that, discipline is important, and it's real easy to lose it and lose focus and to just play the game and to make it feel like you're not playing the game the right way. And I don't like when we don't play the right way. I don't like when when giving up a basket doesn't bother us because we know that we're probably going to get one on the other end. And not pass faking and not taking care of the ball in a game that gets loose. Like I told him this is a game where you're either going to have really good habits or you're going to build bad ones. And we started the game fine. It's not just about, you're not going to make a lot of shots all the time. And so when you don't make shots, what are you doing else to play well? And, I thought Rod had great focus tonight. I thought he was really good, sharp. I thought Book was pretty good. Some of the other guys initially weren't as good. KJ wasn't feeling really well today. He had some stomach problems, didn't go pregame, so we knew that he probably wasn't going to play very much, more than 20 minutes. But just reminding them that to be disciplined and have good habits, build good habits, play with good habits. And that's what we talked about at halftime extensively.
Do you look at Roper as a true point or a guy who's going to play more off the ball here?
I don't know. It just kind of depends. He's playing more off the ball because that's what we need. Rod has done a good job and gotten better, and Adonis is, Adonis and Jordan are both. I don't know that either one of them are pure point guards. Rod is more of is turning himself into more of a pure point guard type player. I think that's what's good about those guys is that they're just players. You can play them. Certain decision-making skills need to be better for both of them. But they both have an attack mentality where they're going to, if there's a crease, they're going to go attack, try to score. And they're not hesitant about taking a shot. And, that can be a good thing as well because you need guys that are certainly thinking about making baskets.
Ron said that you mentioned to the guys before the game that you told them to be, mature about the situation, given the crowd and how it can be kind of flat.
Yeah. Certainly you can find excuses for non-performance. They're out there all the time. And we knew after, there's 9,000 people here for Arizona, and, in warm-ups, coming down the hall, what kind of electricity's in the gym, and you also know that when there's only 4,000, how are you going to approach it? And it's easy to not be locked in, and I knew the way that style of play that Fla A&M plays, it's going to lend itself to you can get shots quickly, and so it's easy for the game to get away from you, and you can take some selfish shots. You can take some bad shots, shots that are kind of open, but we can probably do better if we keep moving it, but you got to be unselfish. And so I talked to our team a lot about that at the beginning. And we're reasonably good at that. You know, Fla A&M is a team that they handle the ball reasonably well. They got guards that, you know, you're not going to go take the ball and steal it from them, so you're going to have to go earn some things. And we just had a bad stretch there in the middle of the second half at one point where we kind of got loose, and they made some shots and, you know, made it a game until half.
As you inch closer to conference play and you continue to test the vitals on this group, are you pleased with where you sit today with that?
Reasonably. I mean, you know, certainly I would have liked to have won 1 or 2 more games. I think we had opportunities, and, you know, we aren't good enough to quite get that done yet. We'll have more games like that in the future. Hopefully we're improving to get to that point. You know, there was still a lot to learn from this group. You know, we're kind of in one of these positions right now where our guards are young or our big guys are older. You know, and then we're going to lose our big guys, and then our guards are going to be older and our big guys are going to be young. And we need to get to where everybody's of the same age and ability at some point here. But I do think like our guards will be catching up to our older players at some point during the season. I hope it's soon. And playing with confidence and playing well, you know, that's a big part of it. Some of it is going through the fire of these kinds of games for KJ and Rod and Jordan, because their roles have changed. You know, at the end of those kinds of games last year, or in the second half of those kinds of games, Tanner and Andre were doing a lot. Well, they're not here to do any of that anymore. And so now it's got to naturally fall to other guys, and it falls to those guys, and they haven't been asked to do that. Rod and KJ both played big in some games, and in other games they didn't play much at all. And so now you're asking them to all of a sudden be primary players, and, you know, as perimeter players, the ball's in your hands even more. And so you got to make more decisions. You got to make big shots. You got to make big baskets, big plays. And then you're being asked to guard another team's primary player on the perimeter. You know, like at Arizona, their 3 top scorers are all perimeter guys. And so now your sophomores are kind of vaulted into that role. And so there's a process there. And I think those guys have improved greatly. And hopefully they'll continue to take the next step over the next month.
Coach, 20 assists on the 30 field goals, is there a benchmark for that ratio?
That's a good ratio. You know, certain games dictate certain things. We got out in transition more, so there's going to be more assists in transition situations because you're throwing it ahead and guys are making advantage situations to where it's a pass and a layup, a pass and an open 3, it's a pass and a, you know, you don't have a guy in front of you as much to where you got to make more moves. And so then it becomes an unassisted basket. So that's part of the reason the numbers were high.
Any other questions, Coach?
Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.